Which one of you little fucks just took my purse? I will wring all of your necks, except you, Bailey. I love you. I know you didn't do it. You're a good kid. Bailey's like, thanks, Madea. He's like, yeah. But I'll kill the rest of you. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
Tyler Perry's A Madea Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Not you. Look how you jumped on. I'm talking to you. Go see a Madea Christmas. You gonna enjoy yourself.
Gotta get to the movie, chat. Positive, it feels like it's set on Earth initially. I'll give it that. I'll give it that, chat. But of course, chat, we open. We open, chat, with Madea. She is working in a department store, chat. She's trying to earn a little change, chat. Always trying to work the system. You know, the only way you'll get her to help you is if you say you're gonna pay her, chat. Then she's goddamn dedicated. And she's working with, she's like a great niece. In every film she's in, she has like a niece or a great niece or a great niece. It's like, Jesus Christ, how many brothers and sisters did she have? Was Joe just going around fucking the whole neighborhood? Because I don't think, does she have any other like siblings? Because all I see is Joe. And I'm like, okay, Joe was apparently very busy, chat. I know he's not in the movie, by the way. So if you're hoping for good old Joe and his weird rapey, pervy ass, he's not in this. You're like, okay, we gotta take a break with you. You'll be in the Boo Madea Halloween movies. People don't get a shit about you if you die. But is it ever established that she had other siblings, other brothers and sisters? Because I just don't know. I don't know how they relate. They're related to each other. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. But we open up. She's with her great niece, chat, played by Anna Maria Horsford, chat, plays her niece, Aline, chat, good old Aline, chat. And I love it because this is funny. Tyler Perry, typically, when he is in a scene, chat, he's like, I'm dominating the scene. This is for me. I'm going to go off. I'm going to improv. We see it all the time, chat, with his Madea character. And I've said this before. It's funny. Some of the stuff he says is funny. I laughed several times during this movie, chat, when he was going off. It's just like, you know what? There's something about this character, for as poorly written as these films are, as poorly shot these films are, I got to say, there's something about Madea that is funny. He's thoroughly dedicated to it, chat, and he manages to get some good jokes in there based on his improv, based on stuff that he writes. It's like, you know what? This is fun. There's a charm to it. But this is one of the first times when I saw him get mad at another actor who's trying to upstage him, because Anna Maria Horsford, chat, good old niece Aline, chat, she talks over everyone in the movie. And even if you watch, I'll tell you this, watch the bloopers to see what I'm saying. Watch the bloopers for this movie, because most of the bloopers are Tyler Perry go, God damn it, stop talking over everybody. She just wanders into a scene and just starts talking. It's like, you're not in this scene. What are you doing? It's just fucking hilarious. Oh, no. The bots have invaded. See, now you're talking over me, bots. You're just like niece Aline. You're ruining it. You're always ruining it with your goddamn trying to sell shit to me. I don't want to buy followers. I got plenty of goddamn followers. They're called huckleberries. If you wanted to sell me something, I'd be impressed. I'd be impressed right now here, chat. If they said, you want to get some huckleberries, I'd be like, oh, they can put some goddamn work into it, chat. They actually paid attention to me, but get out of here. Thank you. Thank you, chat. But I love it. This actress is constantly talking over Tyler Perry, and they actually made it a part of the movie. Where, because, she's going around the department store, chat. She's kind of like the manager of this particular floor. That's her job. And she brought in Madea, chat, because it's the holidays. They need a lot more people on staff, and they need people to direct people so they can buy all their shit. And so, but chat, they all have to wear very specific uniforms. But Madea, because she is such a Rubenesque woman, chat, she's such a Rubenesque woman, she can't fit into all the elf costumes they have. So they gotta put her in the Santa suit, chat. Even that's too tight. And so good old niece Celine, good old niece Celine, she goes to the department store, or the changing room department store, chat. She knocks on. He's like, Madea, I gotta come in. And she's like, Medea's like, go come in here, girl. Don't come in here, okay? I told you not to come in here, all right? You told me you're gonna pay me, so I'm gonna direct all these goddamn white folk to buy all their expensive shit, okay? I said I would direct the white folk to all the expensive shit that they can buy, and that's it. And you pay me at the end. I didn't ask to be put into a Santa suit, okay? This is humiliating. And Deadpool the Gun Biddies, these biddies are for the awesome mods and shit. Absolutely, Deadpool. No, thank you, mods. Thank you for dedication. Thank you for banning those bots. You broom them fast. You kick them to the curb. I love it, man. Thank you so much. And so Medea's quite upset here. She does not want to be in this Santa suit. So, good old niece Celine, she's like, okay, I'm gonna come in 3, 2, and she's already opened the door after 2. And even Tyler Perry's just like, bitch, you're supposed to open it on 3. And even the actress starts laughing, chat. You can tell that. I mean, I will say this. They have fun making this movies because most of it is just fucking improv, and they just go with it until we kind of get back to the scene. And we see Madea, chat, and yeah, the Santa suit is indeed a little tight on her. Her big ol' ass is sticking out, chat. We see her gut. We see her gut just hanging and everything. And she's like, I look ridiculous. Oh, she's fucking, good old lean, chat. She's laughing her ass off. He's like, stop laughing at me. I'm gonna leave. She's like, no, we need you. And so she takes Madea over, and they have a funny bit. They go back and forth, chat. Actually, it's funny. The actress interrupts a joke that Tyler Perry was setting up as Madea, and he was fucking pissed, and you could tell she's like, all right, I guess the fucking joke's over now that you've gone back to the script. Fine, whatever. And she says, listen. Okay, all these white folk need to know where all their stuff is. Got it? So every time you go on floor 3, that's sporting goods. And Medea's like, yeah, for third floor, you have sporting goods. Yeah, footballs. And she's like, on this floor, it's jewelry and watches. Yep. This floor, jewels, watch. Yep, got it. And she's like, you got it? He's like, I understand. All right, I'm not deaf. And she's like, okay, I'll let you do your thing. And she walks off. And all these people start going up to Madea, and she's like, I can't help you, okay? I can't help you. Stop yelling at me. You're asking for all this shit. Over there. It's over there. She can help you. And it's that, repeated over and over and over again. But we got to get, to the main plot, because the Madea stuff is always, she's the comic relief. It's rare that she's the central character in the movie, chat, because the central character in the movie, chat, is... really, it's Tika Sumpter. I guess Tika Sumpter and also, Anna Marie Horsford as her mother, chat, because... good old niece Celine, she wants to call her daughter, chat, because her daughter always comes back to Christmas. But, her daughter, chat, happens to be living in Alabama. She's in this backwoods town, chat, teaching these school children. It's like the school has one classroom. It's like, what fucking year are we living in? It's not like the 1800s or something like that, where they have, it's not even a school. It's like in the Capitol building. It's like in the town square, like the mayor's office. And they have about maybe 12 students, maybe 11 students in there, chat. And she teaches all the kids in the town. I guess it's like a town of 50 people or something. It's like, this town is fucking dying. It's weird. But good old Auntie Elaine, she calls, Tika Sumpter, and she's asking her, she's like, aren't you going to be home for Christmas? And Tika Sumpter's like, not this year. We have a few issues with the town, because what's going on, chat, the town is fucking broke. They don't have any money, chat. You had this big old industrial company coming in, and they destroyed the river, chat. They dammed the river up, and I guess when you dam a river up in a small town, it fucks everybody over. I didn't know that was a thing, chat. I guess it's based on agriculture. You need the river to water the crops. It's like, okay, fair enough. And they dammed it, and the water's more expensive than ever, and a lot of people lost their jobs. So it's a frustrating situation, chat. It's shitty. So she's got to deal with that, and so she's like one of the leaders of the town too. She's the only black person that lives there, chat. She is the only black person. It's all these white people, and a lot of them don't like her, chat. A lot of them don't like her kind. You're an outsider. We don't like you bringing all your liberal knowledge, teaching our kids all them science facts. It's like straight up, that's how it is. But they find common ground, Chad. They find common ground later on in the movie. And she teaches 12 of their children at Chad. There are only 12 kids in the entire town. And so I don't know how they afford to fucking pay her, Chad. Also, she somehow got property. She lives on a property. Well, that's explained later in the movie. But That's the whole thing. And she can't go there, chat, because she's trying to get some money for the town. They need $100,000 to have the winter bash, apparently. And if they have the winter bash, it'll save the town. It's like, it's like, if we just pull together and get enough money, the rec center can stay open for all time. It's that exact same plot, chat. It's just certain things are changed. Aesthetically, same fucking movie. That's exactly what it is. With a little dash of racism. Little spice you throw in there, chat. Like right in there. And so she's talking to the mayor and everything about, well, I know a person who might be able to get the money. He works for this specific company. They can, loan the money, basically. We can have the winter festival, and we'll be able to pay them and still make enough to the town stays open. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, all right, whatever. But I'll tell you this, chap. Tika Sumpter, even though the dialogue she's given isn't all that great, she is charming. She's dedicated to it. She comes off very earnest, very sweet. She likes these kids. There's this one kid, chat, named Bailey. And everyone hates Bailey, chat, because he's smart. And it's like, Jesus Christ, because he gets straight A's and he likes to read and he sings like a goddamn angel, chat. What a lovely, lovely voice. It's like, just like Bane would be like, oh, that kid is very impressive indeed. Bane would be amazed by this kid. Everyone, all these little fucking losers, these little kids who are gonna go on to nothing, chat, they're like little broods of failure. I call them little broods of failure, chat. Like, they were popped out, their parents didn't want them. The parents were way too young, and they were like, well, we gotta raise the kid, and the parents are resentful of the kid, and there's alcoholism, and they all hate him, and the kids are affected by this shit. It's this generation thing, the generation of just this cycle of poverty and misery, and these kids are just fucked to begin with, chap, based on their circumstances, and sadly who their parents are. But Bailey, despite very similar situation, the kid's a fucking savant. He has talent, he's smart, and all the other kids hate him for it. And this is like shit. But Tika Sumpter recognizes that in him and always encourages him. The only thing is she's concerned about him, chap, because he's always coming to class late. Apparently his dad, his fucking idiot father, chap, I don't even know his name. I don't know. What the hell is this guy's name? Couldn't even bother to remember it, chat, because it's not worth Tanner, chat. Dad's name is Tanner. And he's bitter that his son is smarter than him, and he always has his son working the plow. It's like, what fucking, the plow? You mean like a tractor? I love that they say it's the plow, chat. Like, so you like literally, is there a fucking donkey in front of you and you're plowing this shit? That's weird to me. It's like, tractor, fine. Tractor with a plow on it. I don't know. This is odd. I was like, what? I don't think Tyler Perry understands how modern farming is done, okay? A lot of industrialization made to modern farming, chat. But he's like, now he's got to hook up the fucking horse and the plow. It's 2013 when this movie takes place. Whatever. I'm like, is this town like living in a fucking bubble, and has history just been paused for for decades? Are we still living in like the 1880s or something? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. And little Bailey's always coming in, he's always exhausted yet. But despite how tired he is, he still does well. And these kids fucking hate him. And especially the girls. There's this one little girl, chat, she's a little bitch. And she's always like, we don't want you to sit next to us, Bailey. We don't want any of your science thinking coming our way. It spreads like the disease, like the rickets. And I'm just, what the hell is this? And Tika Sumpter's like, all right, shut the fuck up, little racist girl. Bailey, listen. I love it. Tika Sumpter even shames her. And it's like, yeah, listen, and okay, fucking Sally. I think her name is Sally or something. It doesn't matter what her name is. She's gonna be a loser in life anyway. He's asking, okay, well, you know what, Bailey? Bailey got straight A's throughout this entire semester. How many A's did you get, Sally? And Sally just is like, it's like, yeah, you didn't get any A's. Did you get any B's? And she's like, and she just starts crying. I'm like, what is this? No, I don't hate kids. I like well-behaved kids. I love Bailey. Bailey's a great kid. I would love that to be my son. I'd be like, oh my God, this kid's smart. I would encourage him, pursue his fucking dreams. He could be a goddamn scientist. He could have a career in music, chat. Oh my God, absolutely, I would encourage that ability. Absolutely, but his fucking father doesn't want to. Nah, boy, you're gonna stay on the farm like I did, like my father did, like my father's father did. You're gonna plow. We're plowers, Bailey. It's just like, oh, come on, man. But Tika Sumpter recognized the talent. and Bailey. And that's a subplot in the movie. Thank you, Daniel. Mr. Green. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Thank you, Daniel, for the gifted sub to Liz She. Congratulations, Liz She. Whoa, a tier 2 sub, too. Tier 2 sub, thank you. Tier 2, you have the Fredo, or you have the I'm Smart alert, or emote, I should say. Thank you so much. That is that is a very kind gifted sub. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the review so far. Yeet. Yes, yeet indeed. But so that's a subplot in the movie, chat, with little Bailey. But Tika Sumpter, she's like, I'm going to contact my ex-boyfriend in high school who was going to be a successful, I don't even know. I don't know even what his position is, chat. Lawyer, worker, manager at this company. He'll give us the money and we can do that. And they're like, all right now. But some of the farmers, again, chat, like Bailey's dad, he don't trust no outsider. We don't want none of your help. We don't want none of your colored help. And I'm like, whoa, the racism is here, chat. It's here. It's live and in color. I was like, God damn. I was like, gee, are we starting this already? Dark State of the 5 minutes. To be fair, Chris, there's a lot of idiots who are anti-science, so not far off. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Dark Slayer. Wow, wee woo. I'm like, yep, that's what's happening, chat. That's what's happening. I was like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Off to the races. And Tika Subject's like, all right, fuck off. And even the mayor is just like, now, let's settle down now. You know, Miss Tika Sumpter's been very kind. She's been very respectful. She's been teaching the kids, and she's been a wonderful member of our community. And some of the people are like, she has. So it's not everyone, Chad. It's not everyone in this town. A lot of people really appreciate it. They really like her. But you got some shitty people in the town too. There's no doubt about it. You know. So, and it's like, Miss Sumpter, we would very much appreciate if you can get in contact with that friend of yours and to get this done. And so Tika Sumpter just calls up and goes, hey, can you give me $100,000? And the guy is like, sure, I will get you the money. And it's just like, all right, whatever. Okay, why not? I'll talk to my investors and we'll be sure that the Winter Bash in Mobile, where the fuck we are in Alabama, backwoods Alabama, goes off without a hitch. And she's like, yay, everyone's excited. Thank you, T-Mac.
There goes Mr. Green.
If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Thank you, T-Mac, for resubscribing. 7 months, 2 months away. 2 months away from my friend from front pooping on Twitch, baby. You got to think of a name, man. Hello to you. Hope you're having a very nice Tuesday evening. So she's got a lot going on, chat. She's got a lot going on in her life. And her mom's calling her about, like, I want you to come and spend Christmas with me. Now, niece Celine, chat, she's been always hovering over Tika Sumpter, chat. Always very dominating in her life. Always trying to tell her what to do. But Tika Sumpter, she's got some independence. She's living on her own, chat. She's actually relatively happy. And she doesn't want to spend Christmas with her mother this year. You know, she's got a lot going on. And the mother's just like, oh, I just don't understand. And she's all upset about this, but Tika Sumpter, she's talking, she hangs up the phone, and all that shit. Oh, but what precedes that conversation, though, chat, the person who picks it up, chat, is Tika Sumpter's main squeeze, Connor, chat, good old Connor. He's a good old Southern boy, and he seems to be helping around the house. He's like, what's their relationship, chat? What's this going on? And it's funny, chat, when niece Celine, when good old Connor answers the phone, goes, hello, and niece Celine's like, white man, because niece Celine, chat, she just has something against them whites. See, chat? See, it's back. See, it's both sides. Like, what is this? What the hell's going, chat? There's a fucking plot twist in this movie that's gonna blow your goddamn mind. There's an explanation, chat, for why she hates Whitey. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it, yeah. And she hears that white voice, and she's asking her daughter, well, who was that? She says, oh, that's just Connor. And he goes, and who's Connor? He just helps around the house. And Connor goes, goddamn right, I was helping myself last night. And she's like, shut up. He's like, what was that? Nothing, Mom. Listen, I'm so busy with things. I just won't be able to be there. I won't be able to be there. But niece Aline, she does not take, Mama Aline does not take no for an answer, chat. Okay? And she's even saying, well, maybe I'll come down there instead. She's like, Mama, you don't know how to drive. She doesn't know how to drive. And she's like, but I know someone who does. And who's that person, chat? Madea. Madea knows how to drive. So we cut back to Madea, chat, and things are not going well. She's being very rude from the customers, chat. She's calling up fucking all of her friends, giving them scratch-off tickets, gets them scratched off so you can try to win some money, chat. And she doesn't want to help any of these people looking for presents for their family, chat. She's like, I'm on break. And apparently, chat, like the head honcho of the department store says, listen, you got to get that crazy bitch out because everyone's complaining about her. They're scared of her. She threatened children. You got to get her out of there. And, you know, Anna Lean's just like, oh, shit, okay. Thank you. Ooh, babe, we got another follow. She had a Grinch, which we appreciate. Grinch is here. Jules Gunn, thank you for the follow. You're my new Huckleberry. I hope you're doing very well on this fine Tuesday evening. You're witnessing my retelling, my scene by scene breakdown of a Madea Christmas. It's been good so far. I'd say. So basically, you know, good old Nisa Lean, she goes to Medea's like, we're gonna have to leave. We're gonna be leaving right now. And Medea's like, oh great, perfect. And then it's like, where's my check? And the department store head, she's like, we're gonna mail it to you. And Medea's just like, I want my money right now. It's like, you need to leave the store immediately, okay? Or we will call the police. And Medea's like, not the popo. You are not calling the popo on Madea. I'm going to get my goddamn money. And so she goes to the cash register chat. She fucking pushes people all the way and just starts taking the money out of the cash registers. I'm getting paid. And she just starts grabbing people's clothes, like ripping them off their bodies, chat. And she's like, and she just fucking takes off running. I'm not exaggerating. That's what happens in the movie, okay? You can watch it online, chat. That's exactly what happens. I like to elaborate a lot. I like to exaggerate a lot. That is literally what happens. It makes sense, though. It's like, yeah, no, I get it. And so, you know, after that little incident, Nisa Lean says, Madea, I need you to drive me down to Alabama. Medea's like, what? Alabama? I am not driving down to Alabama, going to mess with all them crazy white folks down there. The fucking Klan lives down there, Lean. You want to get me killed? I can't run fast anymore. My hips, I'm too thick. I can't do it. And she's like, I got to see my baby. She's like, God damn it. And somehow it works out where she kind of agrees, but then this is weird. Nisa Lean, Mama Lean, chat, she calls Tika Sumter's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, high school boyfriend, who she called earlier in the movie, and they somehow reconnect, and they ask him, since he's on his way there anyway, to see her, to give her the money, the $100,000, and she's like, oh, perfect, we'll just hitch a ride with you. And so they're in the car with him, and again, we see it. It's very, very funny where Mama Lean, she's talking so goddamn much and so loud. The Tyler Perry's like, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? We're in the car. I can hear you very easily. So I love that he keeps calling her out throughout the movie. Eventually, chat, they get down to they get down to the parts of Alabama, and they go from Atlanta all the way to Alabama. But they got to make a pit stop. They got to ask for directions, chat. And they stop at one of those towns that you've seen before, chat. This town's just fucking dying. All the stores are boarded up. It looks miserable, chat. This looks miserable. And Medea's got to go to the bathroom. And so she asked this old man, chat, who's just cutting his wood. He's just doing some wood carving, chat. Just like, typical, chat, for a town like this. And she's like, sir, excuse me, nice old man, sir. Which she says verbatim. She says, is there a bathroom available? And he points, colored bathroom. I'm like, oh my God, no, there's not. White only, black only. I thought he was gonna do that, chat. No, it's worse. So he points there. He points to like over there now. It's like good old Westminster Boys convenience store or whatever. It's just fucking okay, sure. And so she goes, she's waddling over there, chat. And she opens the goddamn door, and what she sees, chat, is a fucking Klan rally. Full regalia, chat, hoods, everything, the goddamn Grand Inquisitor Cyclops, whatever the fuck he is, prominently there, chat, and they all go, she's like, oh, help me, and she fucking takes off running, chat. Grand Wizard, that's it. She takes off running. She's like, oh, help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. And the bazungas are all bouncing, chat. The Klan's coming after Madea. She's like, help me, Jesus. Help me. And then she goes, it's like, oh, God. And she jumps immediately. She fucking nosedives in the back of the van. And she tells, his name is Oliver, chat, the ex-boyfriend. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oliver, get your ass fucking Klan. And the Klan's like, we hate blacks. And they take off. They take off eventually, chat. The level 50 Grand Wizard. He's last, exactly. This is a Christmas movie. Yes. We're not at that part yet, but this is indeed a Christmas movie, chat. And then we see the woodcutter going as he continues to cut his wood. She has a little wood carving, chat. So he tricked her, chat. Well, Madea almost died this movie, chat. Jesus Christ. Eventually, they pull up to Tika Sumpter's home, which is a home she shares with someone in particular, chat, with good old Connor. But not going to tell Mama. And so when she sees Oliver pull up, she can't believe it that her mom's there and Medea's also there. And she's like, oh, shit, I didn't know that you were going to be here, too. She's like, watch your mouth, baby. And he's like, oh, hi, Aunt Madea. And Madea instantly sees Tika Sumpter and the Matthew McConaughey-looking Connor. She's like, oh, I see what's going on here. She instantly knows shit. She has no problem with it. She has no problem with it all. Because I like this. This was, I mean, at this point, Chad, you're like, oh, this movie's some old bullshit. Yeah. But I like that Madea, she's just like, leave your daughter. There's a great element here where Mama Aline is just, she's the villain of the film. She really is. And she's so goddamn annoying and just berates Tika Sumpter, chat, always tries to dominate her life. And Medea's the voice of reason. It's like, leave your daughter alone. Let her be happy, okay? If she's happy, leave her the fuck alone. She's successful. She's doing well for herself, okay? If she wants to come to you, she'll come to you. That's the way it is. Call up, say hello, you know, just be pleasant to each other. Like, I like that. I was at a point at this point. Ace Rock, welcome to stream. Good evening, you juicy motherfuckers. Welcome, Ace Rock. Hope you're doing very well today on this fine Tuesday evening. But I like that from Madea. I'm grasping for straws here, Chet. I'm just grasping for something. And I was like, you know what? That's a positive message. I like that. And Mama Aline, she sees Connor. She's like, foremost target identified. Who's that? And she goes, oh, this is Connor. He's a farmhand I hired. And Connor's just like, wait, what? And this is the element of the movie just becomes so fucking annoying, chat. It's so annoying at this point because in reality, this it's the whole big, you got to keep the secret from Mama. Tika Sumpter, she's not just dating this man, chat. She's not just dating this man or living with him. They're married. And if she tells her mother that she married a white man, the mother will disown her. She'll disown Tika Sumpter, chat. That's what it is. And she's like, I can't. She'll break her heart, chat, that she married a white man. And that's what the movie is. It's a critique on racism, but it's on both sides, man. And I'm like, all right. It's real fear. It's the worst fear imaginable, chat. It's a fate worse than death. And so she's lying now, and it's this whole fucking ring around the goddamn rosy of we gotta keep the secret that Tika Sumpter and Matthew McConaughey aren't married. You know, they're not. They're platonic. They're platonic, even though they're going at it all the time. She's always smooching and kissing and rubbing up on each other, and it's hot shit. They're two very pretty people. Of course they would be. The most attractive people in the town. Of course they'd be instantly going, all right, let's have sex. Let's just do it. Medea instantly picks up on this. She's like, I know what's going on here. Back in her days when she was on the pole, chat, as she often says. And, and then Mama Aline is constantly trying to use Oliver, chat, just pushing on her, just pushing Oliver on her. And she's like, Mama, I'm not interested, okay? That was my high school boyfriend. It's been a long time. And she's like, no, I know you love him. And like in front of Connor, in front of Oliver, and just making like a really awkward situation. But again, Mama, Medea's the voice of reason. She's going, just, God damn it, leave this girl alone. Leave this girl alone. To the point in the movie, chat, where Madea, they leave the scene after Mama Aline is just like, why don't you have any Christmas decorations? Christmas is about Jesus, and you need a proper Christmas tree. She's like, Mama, we've been very busy. I mean, these two fucking working people, Chad. They don't have time to put up fucking Christmas decorations, okay? And she's like, well, you should have a tree, and you should be worshiping Jesus right now. And I'm like, all right, fuck off. And then to the point where even Medea's just like, okay, I've had enough of Jesus, thank you very much. She even tells Tika Sumpter, listen, you gotta take me with you. I don't know where the fuck you guys are going right now, but your mom is driving me insane. She's driving me insane at this point. So just take me with you, goddamn it, take me with you. And Tika Sumpter's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to work. We're gonna do some financial stuff. If you want to look after my class, she's like, class, and she's like, yeah, I'm a teacher. I work at the schoolhouse. She's like, with children. With children, like little demon spawn, smelly, biting your ankle children. And she's like, yes, children. And she goes, you know what? I'll take those little bastards over your mother. Let's go. Load me in. And then there's this whole scene, chat, where Madea, she can't handle like cars that you have to climb into, because Oliver, he lives in he drives a relative, like one of those, SUVs. And Madea, she can't do that. She can't lift her legs like she used to, Chad. Not like when she was on the pole, as she says in the scene. And, she's always falling out of it. She's like, Oliver. And she's like falling out and shit. And you got to grab her and things. Eventually, they go to the town hall, chat, and the financial stuff is done. All of the town gets $100,000 check, chat, but they don't read the fucking contract. They don't read the contract at all, chat. And there's a big fucking reveal at the end. You know what's gonna happen, chat. When Oliver just says, "Oh, go ahead, you just sign the contract. So maybe we should read it." It's like, come on, man, the money's right there. Money's right there. Just sign it. And they go, okay. And it's like, all right, here we go. You know what's coming. You know what's coming, Chad. The betrayal. While Madea, she is basically babysitting the class. She's substitute teaching. And she's just sitting there. And, Bailey, he comes in late again because he was, because he's on the plow, working the plow with his dad. And the kids just start, oh, look who walked in late again, Bailey. If you were so smart, you'd be able to be here on time. And they're all laughing at him and like, don't sit next to us. You smell like cow manure, which, he does. Everyone smells like fucking cow manure. It's a farming community. And Medea's like, hey, stop yelling at him. Stop yelling at him. Stop making fun of him. It's because even Medea's recognized that little white boy. You see that little white boy right there? He's going to be successful. He's going to be successful more than any of you little children. Any more of you children. I like that little white boy. She likes that little white boy, Chad. She mentions that throughout the film. And she's like, all right, now that we're all settled down, and tell you what, I'm going to write my name on the chalkboard. And she goes to write, my name is Dr. Madea. And but that little white girl, chat, the Sally one I was telling you about, she goes ahead and she steals Medea's purse. She steals Medea's purse, chat, rifles through it, and then sits on it, chat, crushing all of her stuff. It's really shitty. And she's hiding it from her. And Madea sits down. She's like, all right, I don't know what you've been learning, but I'm going to teach you about Christmas. And Christmas is about Jesus. But she doesn't know the story of the nativity at all, chat. She's just fine. All the kids are like, what the fuck is going on? And Madea, she eventually looks over, she goes, which one of you little fucks just took my purse? I will wring all of your necks, except you, Bailey. I love you. I know you didn't do it. You're a good kid. Bailey's like, thanks, Madea. He's like, yeah. But I'll kill the rest of you. And then, chat, we cut, and they signed the contract and all that bullshit. But then we hear some screaming. We hear some screaming children. Children, that's what they say. She's hitting the kids. She's like, give my purse back. She just hits all the fucking kids, chat. Slapping all these little white children. Just, fuck, god damn it. And so we eventually cut to the office, and they hear all the slapping and the crying, chat. Everyone runs on over, and they open the door. They go, Madea! And she has crucified Sally, chat, like nails in the hands, crucified her, gagged her, chat, with they have a big fucking cross in the classroom for some reason. And just it's very prominently like giant, like Wicker Man, like why the fuck is that there? Are you gonna burn that in effigy or something? And she's just hanging up there like, oh, and Medea's like, she took my bag. It's like she took her bag, Chad. You shouldn't do that. And so eventually, they all go back. But oh no, Chad, oh no. While they're on their way home, Connor's parents, Chad. Connor's parents. They're showing up because that's the big fucking reveal. Obviously, this was their family farm, and they gave it to Connor and his lovely wife Tika Sumpter. They've been living there. His parents had been living in Louisiana, chat, for the last couple of years. I think his parents are retired from their professions, enjoying the good old life in Louisiana, chat. And guess who's the father of Connor, chat? Get her done, Larry the Cable Guy. And I'm like, oh my god. When he walks out and he's like, get her done, son. He's like, yes, get her done, Dad. You get her done? Hi, Tika. She's like, hello, Mr. Cable Guy. And there's like, who that? Who that there? And then we get the ultimate crossover, chat. Like you never thought, you never wanted it, and you still don't, chat. Where Larry the Cable Guy, it's Madea v. Larry the Cable Guy, chat. The thing is, though, it's not what you expect. It's not what you expect at all. Because as soon as they cross paths, chat, they actually like each other, funny enough. He's like, oh, Madea. And they're like, there's my name, Larry. This is my wife. It's fucking Kathy and Jimmy, chat, who played one of the sisters in Hocus Pocus. She plays the wife of Larry the Cable Guy. And they're there visiting. Also, it's all fucking revealed here. Actually, there's an earlier scene. There's another scene in the movie where Medea's fucking milking a cow or something later on, and she figures out that, the relationship between Tika Sumpter and Connor at this point. I'm skipping ahead, Shay. You don't need to hear all the fucking bullshit in between. Thank you, for the 5 minutes. This was after Larry's high popularity. This very much was. 2000s were very. That was a Blue Comedy tour throughout the 2000s, and this was after that at their height, and this is kind of the waning period, and now he's kind of, he's still touring. Clearly made a lot of money, chat. He was, funny enough, chat, Larry the Cable Guy was the highest earning stand-up comedian, I think, in the 2000s, and now I think Dave Chappelle is now. I believe it might be either Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock. I'm gonna say Dave Chappelle. Oh, but also I think but thrown in there too at the time, Chad, it was Louis C.K. Louis C.K. might have been, but now not anymore. But I think it might be Dave Chappelle. I'm trying to remember. But thank you, Dr. for the 5 minutes. And thank you, Mr. Army, for the 50 minutes. Great review. Happy to say I just joined the page. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Yeah, check it out, man. A lot of bonus commentaries available to you. More coming tomorrow as well. I got to put up some polls. For some future, the future Christmas films. But thank you, man. Joe Rogan or Chappelle. Well, Joe Rogan, in terms of his podcast, absolutely. I don't know how much he makes doing his stand-up, like, touring, but I think Chappelle might be it. But in terms of podcasting, yeah, Joe Rogan is up there. No question about it. But okay, so I'm gonna combine scenes here, chat, because you don't want to be here for the rest of this. There's a lot of just familial bullshit in here. But Madea figures out that Tika Sumpter and Connor are together, and through Larry the Cable Guy and their conversations and everything, and Connor says, "Oh, so you found out?" Madea's like, "Yeah, I know you two are dating, but that's fine. It's gonna give her mother a heart attack. Knows that that she's with you. She's trying to control her, all that shit. But that's his way big. We gonna give a defibrillator." Beep, we'll bring her back. And Connor goes, well, actually, we're married. She's like, hell. I support you two. You are two very pretty people. You're going to make all the pretty little Obama babies. You're going to make so many Obama babies. They're going to be beautiful. Going to be president. Going to be president of all time. All the beautiful Obama babies you're going to make. But, oh, my God, dude, that's gonna kill her mother. That's going to kill her mother. I just love it. Obama babies, yeah. Well, yeah, he's half white. He is half white. So it's not going great. And, of course, there's still the whole fucking gag is that they have to, they're like, oh, we can't tell because everything will destroy Mama Aline if she finds out that her daughter married a white man. And so Larry the Cable Guy and his wife have to be visitors, and Mama Aline gets very upset, just like, they're always around here eating all the goddamn food, thinking that they own the place and things. It's terrible. Well, I'm gonna show them what Christmas is all about, even though they like Christmas too, chat. They're very religious, but it doesn't matter. And everyone's kind of settled in the home. It's like the next goddamn. Oh no. We cut to like the main living area, chat, and we see a tree, a prominent tree, chat, with a yellow ribbon on it. And Aline found this earlier in the movie, like in the yard, chat, with a yellow ribbon. Now, for those who might not know, typically, chat, when there's a yellow ribbon tied around something prominently featured, that is in memoriam for something. Usually for someone who has passed away, and it should not be touched at all. Because, it's usually because someone died, and it's in honor of them. And this tree was, I think, for Kathy Najimy's mother and her family, who owned the property before they were farmers there, before she met Larry the Cable Guy. And when her mother or father passed away, she grew this tree in honor of them. And Mama Aline promptly cut that shit down and dragged its carcass, chat, into the house. And it's like, there, now you got a Christmas tree. And Kathy Najimy just like, oh, and she starts crying. She runs away, and it's like, uh-oh. And Mama Aline's like, what? What'd I do? And Larry the Cable Guy's like, that was the in memoriam tree for her mom or for her father. It's been growing for 50 years or something like that. And Aline's like, what's the big deal? And even Medea's like, God damn it, Aline. I love Madea. Medea's like, even Madea, she drops some knowledge. She explains, she's like, anytime you see a fucking yellow ribbon tied around something outside, it's typically in memoriam for something, okay? All right? In terms of a plant or a tree or something, it's in honor of someone who passed away. And she's like, you crazy. You crazy. You're losing your goddamn mind, okay? You're absolutely insane. You're absolutely insane. I hate it. Also, there's another subplot, chat, where Tika Sumpter, she's trying to help Bailey and encourage his parents to, basically have him go to another school and like he can get a full scholarship easy based on his intelligence and his skills and his singing and shit. And the dad, Tanner, chat, who was rivals with Connor back in the day, like he always beat the shit out of Connor. And like Larry the Cable Guy, he was always kind of regretful that he wasn't always there for Connor because he was a truck driver and like toughening up a little bit and making up sure he stands up for himself. And that's why he's kind of like a little, I'm not going to say meek, chap, a little more submissive because he's all in the scheme and everything. We're trying to not to reveal he's the husband of Tika Sumpter. And Tika Sumpter is always trying to help Bailey. And the mom's like, please, thank you. I didn't know this about my son. She knew he was smart, but she didn't know how good he did in school. And Tanner's like, I don't want your kind in here now, okay? Now, I'm going to go speak to your husband. I'm going to keep your husband, all right? And I don't want you or none of your kind here telling my son what to do. I don't need no liberal thinking. I need no that black thinking right now. Get. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And Tika Sumpter's like, all right, fuck you, asshole. And she leaves. And the thing what they do with him at the end, chat, it's amazing. But all this is all going around at once, chat. All this is going around at once. It all kind of comes to a head eventually. Everything starts falling apart where it's revealed. It's several things are revealed, chat. The first of which is the contract that the town signed specifically states, one, it's somehow with the company, the company that loaned the money is the same company that shut down the river and built the dam and lost all the people in this towns and their jobs. Destroyed the economy, chat. I was like, okay. And in the contract, they say you cannot display any Christian iconography during Christmas. So no Jesus, no nativity, none of that shit, okay? Just total agnostic, frosty Santa, fine. Jesus, no. Fuck that. JC ain't welcome here. And the town's just like, they're all up. Well, first of all, you didn't read the contract, okay? If you read the contract, you would have known. So it's your fucking fault, all right? So that number one. But yeah, they don't blame the company. They, even though they have the money, they all blame Tika Sumpter. They all blame her. And Tanner, chat, and his racist ass, soft. That's it, big homie. Thank you. Soft. That's what they describe him as. They say, now we want you to fire her for giving us the money and for saving the town. And they promptly fire her on the spot. And she's like, what? And they're like, I'm sorry, Tika, but you're fired. And she's like, all right. And she leaves. Things aren't going well, chat. Connor hears about this. He's mad at Tanner, of course, that he got his wife fired and everything. So they go back home. And then things are it's just been so goddamn stressful. Everyone's arguing with each other. Kathy and Jimmy, she's arguing with Mama Aline about cutting down the tree. It's all come to a goddamn head. Medea's trying to wrangle them until she's just fucking, Medea's like, Jesus Christ, just fucking reveal it, Tika Sumpter. Just reveal it so we can move past this. And Tika Sumpter reveals, Mama, listen, okay, I'm telling you right now, Connor and I are married. Connor and I are married. And this just kills Mama Aline, chat. She's like, oh, Tika, how could you do this to me? How? And she's like, Mama, I know. She's like, I had such expectations. And she goes there, and because the family's like, why is she so upset? What does it matter that he's white? And Tika explained, it's dark, chat. It sounds fucked up at first, but don't worry, it's not what you think. This is messed up. So it's revealed that the reason why Tika Sumpter was concerned her mother would be upset that she married Connor, a white man, is because Mama Aline's husband, chat, was murdered by a white man, chat. Was murdered by a white man. And she's always been so protective over her daughter ever since then. And as soon as she reveals this, even Larry's like, look, goes like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And Kathy Jimmy's like, I had no idea. Even Connor's like, but you know, that's not who I am. I love your daughter. And then you hear it, chat, in the background. You hear fucking Madea laughing and going, girl, no, you playing. You lying your goddamn ass off, girl. And she's like, Madea? She's like, oh, you've been lying the whole time. You've been lying the whole time. No, that's not what happened. And Madea reveals the truth. She's saying, your daddy wasn't killed by no white man. Your daddy left your mama for a white woman. That's what it is. And so Mama Aline has been lying to Tika Sumpter about her father for her entire life and has been dominating her entire life forever, chat. It's like, yeah, even more of a plot twist. Just double it up, chat, each time. No, we got to go even further about this. And Tika Sumpter's just like, Mama. And Mama Aline, this is the cherry on top, chat. This is the cherry on top of that goddamn cake. Because then Mama Aline turns around, like everyone's looking at her like, how could you do that? And she turns around and looks at everybody and looks at Tika Sumpter and says, Tika, I am so disappointed in you. How dare you say you're disappointed in your daughter when you've been lying to her? And even Medea's like, oh, look at that bitch. She's trying to fucking reverse out everybody. You may be my great niece, but you were lying. You lying. And then it cuts, and this is weird. Mama Aline, she's then outside, chat. She's been outside for hours with her suitcases packed and shit, and she's just, huddling out there in the fucking cold. It's just so goddamn cold. And even Medea's like, why the hell is she sitting out there? And she's like, I think she's waiting for a taxi. She didn't call a taxi. She's just sitting out there just to spite everybody. And like Larry the Cable Guy, he goes out there along with Kathy and Jimmy and Madea. She goes out there. And they're like, why are you sitting out here? She's like, I'm waiting for a taxi. And Madea asked her, did you call a taxi? She's like, no, but taxis are always here. They're like, no goddamn taxis in backwoods Alabama. What the hell's wrong with you, girl? T-Mac, thank you for the 5 minutes. Don't the mother lie about having a heart attack too? Maybe. I might have skipped that scene. I might have been like, all right, let's skip that. I'm covering the big ones. So, and she's all bitter. Medea's like, I'm going to freeze my fat ass out here. You go ahead, talk to. And then Larry the Cable Guy, chat. Larry the Cable Guy, he basically is just like, listen, despite what happened, we're here for Larry the Cable Guy is the voice of reason, chat. Other than Madea, Larry the Cable Guy is the guy's coming in. Also, there's a whole nother scene I forgot where Larry the Cable Guy is. There's a scene in this movie, chat, where Larry the Cable Guy is doing foreplay with his wife, Kathy Najimy, and he puts on a white sheet, chat, and follows her around the house. And Mama Aline sees this, and she promptly believes that Larry the Cable Guy is a member of the Klan, and she stacks up all the furniture in Medea's room. And so Medea's like, what the hell are you doing, girl? What were you doing? And she's like, they're in the Klan, Madea. And Medea's like, they are not in Klan. They're not in the Klan, okay? I ran away from the Klan earlier, okay? They're not the Klan. They're just good. They're good people. And she's like, no, they're in the Klan. She's like, God damn it, how am I going to get to the bathroom? I go up 6, 7, 12 times a night. She's like, here, pee in this. She's like, I can't sit on a cup. And she's like, just fucking squat. She's like, all right. So it's yeah. Anyway, and it's still better than Boo and Boo 2. I'm still going to give it that, Chad. It's still better than Boo and Boo 2. So, Larry, the Cable Guy, we're back here at this scene, chat, and he basically says, "Listen, we all have these familial issues. Things have happened in our past, but our kids are the future. My son, I know him. He loves your daughter, absolutely loves her, and he's even. I mean, Connor. He's a scientist, Chad. He majored in agriculture, and he's trying to help the town, Chad. You know, to go hemp, to fucking grow hemp, and all that shit, hemp and corn. And I know him, and I know Tika, and she is the best thing and that ever happened to my son. And, like, even better than me. I wish I could be as good as she can, but she is the absolute best thing that ever happened to him. Keeps his head on straight, keeps him humble, makes him who he is to this day, and I love that girl. And Mama Lean turns to him and goes, "I don't care, white man." And she grabs her suitcases and stomps off. Just into the darkness. Just into the darkness, Chad. And it's just like, okay. And Kevin Jimmy's like, all right, fuck that bitch. She's like, look, it was like, nah, she's just in pain. She's a proud woman. She's a proud woman. I'm gonna go after her. And so he goes after her in his truck, Chat. Meanwhile, we cut back to Bailey and his mom and Tanner is just an asshole. And he's mistreating his son, Chad's like, no, you're not good. Your only thing you're good for is the plow, boy. And Bailey's like, I like Tika Sumpter. She was really nice to me. She was my only friend. She's great. And you're racist. And he says it, Chad. You're racist, Dad. You just don't like her because of the way she looks. But she's great. She is. She's absolutely great, Chad. And he just walks away. He just gets on, and the dad's just looking down. He's just like, ah, hell. And the wife comes over, and she's like, you know he's right. You know he's right. You know he's right. And he's not saying nothing. She's not saying nothing. He just fucking leaves. He's mad, too. Chap. He's been drinking as well, but he knows. He knows he's racist, and he knows that he let his ignorance hurt his son. Where are we? Oh, yeah, so... We then cut back to Mama Aline, Chad, who's still stomping down this mud trail in backwoods Alabama with her suitcase and everything, Chad. But she then comes to an overturned truck that is on fire, Chad. It's full fucking blaze. She's like, what the hell? And she goes over that truck, Chad. And who does she see in there? Tanner, the guy who's a racist, Chad. And she drops her suitcases, Chad. And she did the thing she thought she would never do in her entire life, Chad. She would help a white man. And she grabs this white man, Chad, drags him out of the truck, Chad, drags him out of the truck, saves his life. And he's like, oh, thank you. You're one of the good ones. I know, that's not what he says. But he says, you're thank you so much. He's like, I couldn't just leave you there. And they're fucking crying and bonding over their tragedy, Chad. Everything's been going on in their lives. Hugging out, Chad, coming together. Meanwhile, we cut back to... Tika Sumpter and Connor, and Tika Sumpter tells Connor everything that happened with Tanner and how he's the one that got her fired and how her life's falling apart, her mom. And Connor tells her, like, your mom was very cruel to you, okay? Stop letting her dominate your life. I'm telling you, okay? Don't let her dominate your life. Listen, this is a relationship. We work with each other. It's not just a marriage, okay? It's not just love. It's a partnership, and we support each other. I'm supporting you right now. Make your own decisions, okay? You do this. And, you know, it's a great message. I'll admit, I like the Connor or Tika Sumpter stuff in the movie. It's actually, it's wholesome, thank God. And she's like, I love you and shit. But he's mad, Chat, because he's finally going to stand up for his wife. I should have done what I should have done a long time ago. He's got to stand up to Tanner, Chat, because Tanner was so abusive to him. He was bullied back in the day. And he goes with his dad, Larry the Cable Guy, and they eventually, Chat, come across Mama Aline and Tanner after he's just been saved from his overturned truck. And, you know, Mama Aline's like, oh, you come back for me. She's like, I understand now. Saving a white man's cured my own racism. And they're like, good enough for us. They load her in the back of the truck. Meanwhile, Connor starts beating the shit out of Tanner, who is already burned and severely concussed. So, Connor, that's kind of a dick move, man. You're beating the shit out of a guy. He says, don't you ever talk to my wife that way, and I'm going to grow whatever the fuck I want to grow. Because, you know, Tanner's like, you don't grow corn or hemp here now. You grow okra. We're okra growers, goddamn. He's like, I'm growing whatever the fuck I want on my goddamn farm. I want to make that money, honey. And Tanner, he's like, you did good, Connor. You did good. And because now he respects Connor because he beat the shit. Because he got the shit beat out of him. I don't know. So they all go back in there. And they go back to the house, and magic happens. Everyone makes amends. And it's like, yay, we're a family. Let's go to the Winter Wonderland fair. And they all go there, chat. And Madea, she's enjoying herself, chat. She's like, I got a candy apple. She's just really happy to have a candy apple, chat. She's eating that shit. She's having a great time. Oliver there's with the investors, and they're all upset because, the town went, you know what, fuck it. It's Christmas, and this is where we get all the bad acting, chat. Like, it's already bad acting throughout the movie, but this is where we get all the tertiary, like, extras coming in, and they're all like, Christmas is about Jesus, and that's all it is. And it's just like, and it is, but you gotta sell it, baby. You gotta sell it. And they're not selling it yet, just their acting ability. And Oliver, he's just like, oh God, the money's at stake. And all the guys are upset because you lost us the money. And because he said, you gotta adhere to the contract and all that shit. But then, Christmas is saved. The family is brought together, chat. And even Tanner, he goes there, even though he was just in a horrific fucking accident and has been beaten the shit. He somehow ends up there. And they bring all the goddamn, him and his wife, they heard what Mama Aline did, and they bring him food, and Mama Aline's like, I love you, and they're all hugging and shit. And Connor and Tanner, they come to an agreement. And Bailey, chat, he goes up there, and he fucking sings his little heart out, chat. What a lovely, lovely voice. And he gets a record contract. That boy's got pipes, and he gets a record contract, chat. Everyone celebrates, and Medea's like, hell yeah. And that, chat, that is a Madea Christmas, chat. A Madea family Christmas. It's better than the Boo and Boo 2. I'll give it that, chat. It has some wholesomeness, has some solid performances in it, but the fucking plot twist in this movie, the shit that they pull here, is so ridiculous, chat. I would be remiss. It's some old bullshit, but I was entertained. Low rental. I could, you know what? Maybe, man. Maybe. Oh, God. I don't know. It's either like a high some old bullshit or a low rental, chat, on the double toasted scale. There's just something about the fake twist of the actual plot. I know. I love that. I was like, you got fucking balls to do something like that. I was like, I can't believe it, chat. I'll give it that. I'll give it the lowest of low rentals, because I'm like, that impressed me. Big homie clap. Bravo. Thank you, chat. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Trauma and tragedy. Bring people together in the dawn of time. Pretty much, Darkslayer. Yeah, that's true. Nothing will make you fall in love with someone faster than share trauma and tragedy. Very true, Malcolm. How do I send in a White Daddy script? Send it to Corey's email. kcoolmans with a Z at gmail.com. That is kcoolmans with a Z at gmail.com. 2 out of 5 racists. It's a hot mess. But it's an impressive hot mess. I'm like, you know what? This is bullshit, but god damn it. I was entertained. Chat. Get her done. There's also a ton of references to blue collar comedy, chat, and Larry Cable Guy's career, like all the products he hawks on. That's the thing though, because there's a lot of product placement, but it's all Larry Cable Guy's stuff. So he must have worked out a deal. Like all the commercials he used to do back in the day, it's there. The blue collar comedy tour, they make like, oh yeah, good old Larry thinks he's like some kind of Jeff Foxworthy or something like that, or a Bill Envol. He's like, I'm not as funny as them boys, and it's like, all right, don't need that. Potato chips ain't bad and cheap. Well, that's good, man. That's good to hear. But yes, chat. Remember, Christmas it's about Jesus. They emphasize that at the end of the movie, chat. And be fair, it is. But there you go, chat. That was my review for a Madea Christmas. I'm going to take a brief break, chat. I'm going to refill my beverages at the moment. And then I'll come back and do my review, chat, my scene by scene breakdown of Batman Beyond Episode 3, Blackout, chat, featuring the debut of one of Terry McGinnis's returning rogues, Inc. Should be going, chat. But stick around, chat. Entertain yourselves amongst yourselves. I shall return.